Okay, hi. Sorry about the very bright background. A nuclear bomb went off and I froze time so I could make a video about connecting to PulseChain RPC node and deploying a remix contract on PulseChain Testnet. So here we go. First, what you want to do is you want to head to GitLab slash PulseChain.com. Make sure the com's there. It's not just PulseChain, it's PulseChain.com, like PulseChain.com. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go to PulseChain Testnet here. Here we go. You can see they're busy working away on it. Any new updates? No, updates are about a week old. Okay, so connecting to Metamask, this is where you want to be. This is the place you want to be. Okay, so these are all the details you need, really. I would copy the most lengthy part of this, and that's this, because Metamask is a little funny. And when you click out of it, it kind of closes back down, and then you have this like repeated, oh, I'm closing it down, and like, oh, I got to open it back up. So, little gripe I have, little minor gripe of a drop-down menu. But anyway, so what you want to do is go to here, click on Ethereum mainnet or whatever you're connected to, right? Go to custom RPC. The network. What is the network name? The network name is PulseChain. Oh, they got a capital C, so we're going to do that too. Testnet. Custom RPC URL. Now, this is the pretty important part. Well, it's all important. All these details should be correct. So 940 is the chain ID, as you can see there. The currency symbol, everybody is calling TPLS. Tthanks, please. Anyway, blockchain URL. This is https / the standard scan.pulsechain.com. Now, there's a rumor going around that this might change, or at least the front end might change, because it's kind of falling over. It was made by originally the Ethereum Classic guys, and just with the way PulseChain is on the test network, the kind of front end UI is just kind of falling over. So anyway, there we go. We're connected. We should be connected. You should see up here. Here we go. PulseChain Testnet. Wonderful. Good news. Close this. And there we go. I've already gotten some pulse. Test pulse, that is. You're going to need a little. So the way you get test pulse is you go faucet. Anyone familiar with faucets? Here we go. Faucet.testnet.pulsechain.com. And then you just requesta. Now, I've already requested one, so it probably won't work. Here we go. Transaction ID. I don't know. But yeah, this is where you do it. So you just kind of throw... You should just hit request. You shouldn't have to throw... Oh, no, I think you do throw your wallet address. This one. So just one click. Just paste it in there and hit request. And that'll send you what you need. The good stuff. Test pulse. Okay. And then we can close this down once you've received that. I can't receive it because I've already received it. It is what it is. You might actually have some pulse already in your Metamask wallet because they're forking the system state of Ethereum. If you have any Ethereum, that Ethereum will be converted to pulse. Not a lot of pulse, not the kind of pulse that you would have got if you entered the sacrifice stage, but nonetheless, some pulse. So you might want to... or testnet pulse for the time being, not actual pulse. Pretty important to distinguish the two. We're just on the testnet at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just hop over to Remix, the Ethereum IDE. If you're watching this, you should be familiar with Remix. So how do we deploy from Remix into the PulseChain Testnet? Just PulseChain Testnet. So what I've got here is just a very simple contract. Very, very, very simple. If you're not familiar with Solidity, I mean, don't know why you're watching this video, but nonetheless, this is just a contract I made called Destroyable. What it does is it gets the owner, or it creates a variable called the owner in the constructor in its deployment, right? As you instantiate it, when you send it to the blockchain, it kind of calls this code in here. And all it does is says the owner is message.sender. Now, I don't know why I had to do this payable thing, but I did. I was getting some errors, and I didn't know you could just typecast a payable address just like this, but I literally just tried it and it worked. So I don't recommend this for live projects or any kind of serious thing. I would do more investigation than just literally getting an error and then being like, I wonder if I can typecast payable. But you can, so there you go. Wonders of Solidity. And then we've just got a function here called burn, public address payable, self-destruct, this is the main one, and it just takes owner, which is message.sender casted to payable. Very, very simple stuff. I'll make some more Solidity tutorials in the future. So watch this space. But for the time being, what we want to do is deploy to PulseChain Test Network. So what we do is click this button here. You can copy this code. Feel free to copy this code. It's not copyright or anything. Pause the video if you need this code to do a little demonstration for yourself. So what we're going to do is compile. Well, I've clicked this button here. I've selected this version. It should align roughly with this version. So compile. Sometimes you can hit Control S too. It'll do a similar thing. Just do a metadata there. Okay, and then we go to here. This one just below it. Deploy and run. We're going to pick injected web 3. Now, this is very important. You must be connected. You must go up here. Loading. PulseChain Test Net. You must be connected to that. Okay. Okay. Metamask must know that you're on the PulseChain Test Network because the Web3 kind of trickery, that's the magic that makes this happen. So we go to injected Web3. Okay, there we go. It should pick up the wallet that you have. Cool. And then pick the contract. Mine's called Destroyable. Very advanced contract here. Super incredible stuff. And then we're going to hit deploy. Creating the contract. Then we're going to deploy it. Here we go. Make sure you read this. Look at those. Look at how few gas this is. Nothing. Pennies. Well, it's actually free because it's test chain, but nonetheless, confirm. There we go. We have just launched our project onto the PulseChain Test Network. Wonderful, huh? That's exciting times. So you can get out the champagne. Depends on how significant your project is. This is just literally a destroy button called burn. And to finish this video, to make it all final, we're just going to call this deploy contract, and we're just going to hit the burn button and remove it so we don't take up space on the PulseChain Test Network. I'm sure they can handle it. I'm sure they can handle literally like 4 or 5 lines of code. Well, actual lines anyway. But here we go, confirm, and bye-bye. So we were on the PulseChain Test Network for a brief amount of time. In here, we can go have a look at scan.contract. There we go, delivered 8 confirmations. So let's look at this contract deployment. Here we go, we'll just make sure it's on scan.pulsechain.do. Here we go. And then we're just going to search this. Yeah, like I said, the front end UI is a little kind of falls over, but you know, it's what it is. Software development, am I right? It's the good stuff. Okay, so contract call. So here we go. Here's all our contracts. This is a different contract. This is the one. Contract creation, contract call. There we go. We're on We can even look at the intricacies of it. Gas price, 1 Gwei, 1.0007. Yeah. So it just keeps confirming there's new blocks every 3 seconds. Something to look forward to every 3 seconds with the PulseChain. There we go. So that's deployment. This is me calling the function burn. Yeah, gas limit. What else do you want? That's it. We're on the chain. We came off the chain. Now, it does actually technically, this is just a funny quirk of Solidity. It still looks like it exists, and you can kind of still call it and do interactions with it. It'll always return success, but technically is gone. Is bye-bye. So it's not on the blockchain anymore, or at least there might be some sort of interface for it, but the actual any kind of code on the blockchain should be removed. But that's not what we're talking about, really. What we're talking about is deploying to the PulseChain network, and that has been a success. So just a recap. Make sure you're connected to the PulseChain Test Network, and then we go here, injected Web3. Make sure your account is up there, and then just select your contract and deploy. So that's it. I've been Intrepid Shape. I don't know if I introduced myself, but I'm going to sign off. Welcome to the PulseChain Test Network. If you ever need any help with Solidity, you're having any trouble, post a comment below. I'll try and help troubleshoot you. I'll be your tech support man. I don't know how long I can offer that service, but for the time being, I'll be your tech support. So there you go. Thank you. Have a good time.